Hi, family. How are you doing? It has been a little while since I have come to visit you, and I've missed you. And I hope you've missed me too. Okay. I thank you so much, family, for continuing to come and to view and to interact and to whether you agree or disagree. This is a safe space, so we can say what we want to say as long as we are appropriate, with one another. And it's all about informing, being informative, educating, and helping us grow as a people. Again, this channel um, is dedicated to our ancestors, the descendants of slaves, for foundational Black Americans or ADOS, okay? And this channel is also welcoming and embracing to every culture that wants to join, wants to inform, assist informing, and for us to just grow as a people, okay? As one people, and that is on the planet Earth, for all of us to connect positively in a way that we can, continue to grow and get better and better. So, family, I am coming to you today to talk to you about this two-party system that we call the Democrats and the Republicans. And family, we have to understand sometimes, and I know this is hard for some people, but sometimes we can believe that this one party is better than the other party, or as my parents raised us and used to tell us, one was the lesser of two evils. And the one that they believed was the lesser of two evils was the Democrats. So I want to read a little snippet, so called two party system that we're seeing that they have. Okay. All right. So this article, family, is called "The Power and Promise of the Black Vote." Okay, and this has been kind of drafted, I guess, from some of the members of the um, Black Congressional Caucus, who unfortunately we understand does not really work for the Black community. And I mean, all of us can be honest with ourselves and say that. The Black Caucus has not worked with the Black community for years, and it's been over 25 years. The last thing that the Black community, but it was not just solely for the Black community, received from the Black, from the, you know, from our society was the 1964 Civil Rights Act. And as we know, the 1964 Civil Rights Act not only was supposed to benefit Black Americans, but it also benefited other people, minorities, as they call them today, that came to the country, so they can be Black immigrants, or they could be Hispanic immigrants. Like today, we see an influx of uh, south of the border Hispanic descent immigrants coming, into America. Very much so. I mean, I believe I was uh, reading something the other day that said that in the last during Obama's term, I think he let in about 8 to 10 million. And since then, there's been an additional, probably twice, of 8 to 10 million of immigrants that are coming of Hispanic nature descent are coming into the country. And family, we're not hating on anybody, okay? Because that's not what we do. We should not be xenophobic as to people coming into America, because America was supposed to be a melting pot, right? That's what we were told anyway. But I want to read this article, family. I'm sorry, family. Um, it is by, I'm going to cut off my fan in case that's creating some hearing difficulties. But the article was written by Jonathan Cox, who is a PhD. He's the Vice President, Center for Policy Analysis and Research from the Congressional Black Caucus Foundation. Okay, it says in the current political landscape, we are witnessing a pivotal moment in history where the power wielded by Black voters is being increasingly recognized and acknowledged, although not always with positive intentions or to positive ends. Family, right there, it just reads the whole situation since the Black Caucus. You know what I'm saying? And our voting Democrat. Now, I don't advocate to vote Republican because I'm not a Republican. I am not a Democrat nor a Republican, okay? But I'm just saying, right there, it says that yet we vote, we are, and it is pivotal, pivotal. So it is pivotal that we vote and that we go out in masses every term, every election, and vote. Yet nothing is done for us from either side of the fence. Okay? And let me finish. It is crucial to learn, it is crucial to lean into this moment ahead of the 2024 election and recognize its implications for democracy and Black social life. Okay? So, all the while, Black Americans, descendants of slaves, are seeking, for us to have democracy. As so many people will tell you, your ancestors died for you to vote. But, family, I'm here to tell you that's not true. Your ancestors did not die for you to vote. Your ancestors fought and died so that we can have equal rights, equal the equal ability to live. I apologize, family. The equal ability to live within America. That's all right. Our ancestors who built America, that was what they wanted for us to be able to live in America, free, be have the freedom of speech, be able to go where we want to go in the world, do the things that we want to do. Now, family, we've been given a whole simulation, but let me continue. A key feature of this moment is that Black representation among elected officials is at its highest level since the Reconstruction era. And the Reconstruction era, family, you know, many immigrants who come to America may not be familiar with the Reconstruction system, what happened here in America. But, we have to get educated, family. You know what I'm saying? We really have to get educated, and maybe we can educate people who have never heard of these things. Okay. All right, just one second. Okay. So that we can be all on the same field where we know and we understand each other's plights. Okay. So the Reconstruction era happened in America, and America wanted to reconstruct Black history. Okay. And the things that they did, they redlined, they put Blacks in certain areas, they did many things, family, that was not understanding, to our Black family. But let me go on. Okay, let me just go on with what I was reading. Okay, so it says that uh, during which black people took advantage of the passing of laws like the Civil Rights Act of 1875. Okay, so they didn't just have the Civil Rights Act of 1964. And the 14th Amendment. It is estimated that around 2,000 black men served in elected positions throughout white Americans, with both interpersonal and systematic. The Equal Justice Initiative reports that during the period of Reconstruction, at least 2,000 black men, women, and children were victims of lynching and other racial terror attacks committed in response to black Americans attempting to take advantage of new freedoms like civic engagement. Systematically, states enacted policy and laws to disenfranchise black people. Family, what do we see right now? What do we are we witnessing going on both sides? It's not just one side. We have the Democrats. If you say that you're not going to vote Democrat, they are belittling you. They are talking down to you, cursing you out, using foul language, calling you out your name, being very disgraceful and disgusting. Then we have the other side, the hard white right wings, or white wing, should I say, Republicans that are threatening a civil war if their benefactor does not win. So it's like in America, black people, you damned if you do, and you're damned if you don't. We have to understand that this two-party system means no good to black people, either one of them. Neither one of them, family. When we vote for these parties, we waste our times. We're spinning, as the young folks used to say, we're spinning our wheels. We really are. And I don't understand why we think we're getting anything out of it. We get nothing tangible from voting for either party. Okay, black Americans have been calling for reparations, and black Americans are being met with, where we gonna get it from? How we gonna give it to you? What you gonna do with it if we give it to you? Or they're having these studies, just as in California, as you saw, where they did the study and nothing emerged from the study. It was like, no, we're not giving them anything. We're not going to be able to do that. Family, it is a slap in the face. It's a slap in the face of Black Americans to be treated in such manners, told that your vote is so important, and that if you don't, um, if they don't get your vote, or they need your vote so bad, we're told that, family. But then you give them your vote, and you're treated with such disrespect. I mean, it's like being in a battered relationship, whether you're male or female. You know what I'm saying? And you're in this relationship, and the person is abusing you. And you can see that they're abusing you, but you stay and remain in that relationship. Family, we are in an abusive, the Black community is in an abusive relationship. And our abuser is constantly throwing in our faces that you can't do any better. This is all you're going to be able to do. This is what we say. You're going to do what we say. We're not going to pay you anything. But they take our tax dollars and send them up and funnel them through to Israel, to Ukraine, to other countries, any countries that they feel within their right they want to do. That's what they do. They bring, millions of immigrants here, and they don't. They give them all of the resources, and they give them resources from Black America. You know, when they took those immigrants to Martha's Vineyard, okay, those people said no, hell no, get them out of here. And you know what they did, family? They did exactly that. They got them out of there. So that tells us that if they can, you know, uh, redirect, or they can put them in a safe area, why are they not putting them? And I'm not xenophobic, family. I'm just asking a question. Why are they not putting them in their own community? Venezuelans, yes, are different from Mexicans, but however, some of the dialect can be the same. Some of them can speak the different dialects of languages. Wouldn't it be better, to in engage them in communities that their own people are there, and they can help them, get, I apologize, family, but they can help them get, acclimated and established into America in their communities. However, that's not what America is doing, family. They are putting them in our communities. And it's a reason for that. And so I would just say, family, you have to make a decision. And we don't have long to do it because it's September 4th now. We have literally 3 months, I believe, October and November, well, 2 months. We have 2 months left for this election. You really have to look at the situation from a realistic point. You know, you have to take the covers from our eyes, and we have to really pay attention, family, to what's going on. We are living in a matrix, so to speak. Okay, for maybe lack of better wording, we're living in a matrix within America. Okay, you have the illusion of freedom, and you're not free. And it's another conversation for another time, but we really have to first get free within ourselves, within our own minds, so that we know this is a simulation. You know, how can a foundational Black person be a Black American, be patriotic when the country has not been patriotic to you? It's very difficult, family. You can't, unless you pretend and just say, hey, I'm just going to go with it. Family, we have to look at, is the two-party system benefiting Black people? If the two-party system is not benefiting Black people, then we need to go back to the table together as a group, as a community, and reestablish where we need to be, what we need to do, how we need to move forward. But we cannot continue to blindly vote for anybody because of race, because of gender, because of you know, anything other than policies for our community. Family, if we don't start looking at developing a better strategy to move through this political realm, we will remain stuck. Some of us. Some of us won't. Some of us are just moving on and just like, hey, it is what it is. But I think we would much better um, accomplish what we need to accomplish if we came together as a family, as a community. Because we have to really think about family. It's coming time, more and more of us are getting older. and we are, you know, going to hopefully a better place, is what I believe we are. But in order to do that, we have to really be free within ourselves, you know? And as you can see, they are rewriting history right before our eyes. They're eliminating history right before our eyes. You know, in about 20 years, uh, people are going to believe, and when I say people, I mean Black Americans are going to be believing that slavery was a good thing. Oh, it's not that bad, and we should go back into it. That is what is happening, family. It's happening right in front of our eyes. So when we are just zeroed in and focused, you know, on one of the two parties, we're we're doing too much, family. We're doing too much in that area and not enough in other areas. And the biggest thing I'm going to say is Black men and Black women coming together. It's time for us to come together as a people and really uh, jump into a political strategy for us, for our community, that will benefit us. Every other community does it, family, and nobody thinks anything bad about it. You know, the Asians do it, the uh, Jews do it, the uh, Hispanics do it, whites do it. It's time for us to do it too. And I do see more and more of us coming together, and I'm so happy for that. It really pleases me because we are a great, great people, a great nation. We have been here for thousands of years. This is, this is something that we really have to work on, and I believe we will, and we can. So, family, I thank you so much for coming. Remember, we have 2 months left, in this political uh, realm for right now. And you really have to think about there are senators running. You know, locally, your elections are very important, more so than that big one that they just keep playing and playing on television and the radio, and it's on the commercials. Can't see anything without seeing about that two party. But think about your local elections. Who's running? Look into what they've done for the community. Look into uh, you know uh, what kind of senator or whatever it is, congressman. Look into what they've done, what they've been busy with. You can go to their page, their websites. Go to their websites. Look and see what they've done. Call and see, can you get you know information if you have any questions on things that's going on in your community. Are they aware of? I'm hearing people in certain states saying that they call law enforcement if something happens, and no law enforcement is showing up for 2 hours. Okay. And mostly this is in predominantly poor Black communities. They are calling 911 and no one is showing up. Is that what you're voting for? And we can say, well, yeah, I mean, but um, they can't help it if it's not people are working. Family, that's a whole nother simulation to do a video on and talk about. A whole nother one. Because these gaps and employment and people not being called, they're creating all of that for a reason, because the economy, they want the economy to really plummet. It has to reset. They want it to plummet to zero so that they can reset it. But family, it's time to come out the simulation. Join me again. I really love you guys coming. If you have any questions, we can talk, but just keep coming back. Please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you, family, so much. Love you guys. Bye.